Namaste to one and all. Today we are joined with Shri PK Mishra ji, who is a defense expert. He has taken up various senior positions in the role of BSF, and he has served in various states across India and also in the security of three prime ministers of India, including Rajiv Gandhi ji. He has joined the Director Security of Parliament of India both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and he was the first person to get CCTV system installed in both the houses of the Parliament.
Okay.
His credentials are so many that it could take a really long time to explain, but he has authored many books. And after serving for such a long time, he is now also advising the NGO Bardhaman Parivar in Mumbai, who looks after many thousands of local breeds of cows. So I want to begin with asking you, sir,
Yes.
that why did you choose to serve cows, after so much of experience in defense? uh, could you tell us more about
Yes,
your
Natalia, I will tell you. First of all, cow is my mother. Cow is the mother of Lord Krishna. And I spoke at various forums that we people in India have three mothers. Number one is our own mother who used to look after us. Number two is Go, our Go Mata, and whose milk till now, till my death, I will be drinking. Number three is your Bharat Mata, for whom you are there existing in this country. So I have three Matas, but I can well tell you if anywhere anything happens to my mother or my mother cow or my mother country, I will definitely react and attack them. I will not leave them. And that is how, after, of course, I had 40 years of service, and I know particularly how cow smuggling used to take place from our country to various other places. But then I took a decision that definitely I will take it up the issue how to protect progeny our own Indian cows to remain in India and not to go away from India to other countries just for slaughter purpose and for gaining meat products and also for leather products. I hope we won't do that. And particularly, uh, you see, the beef export, I can well tell you, India was number one in beef product. And in leather product of the whole one full country, that's Bangladesh, used to depend upon Indian leathers. That is the cow leather coming from India. From, of course, the cows, they were smuggled and they were cherishing because of our cows going there. And because of this, we have lost a number of cows in most of the states. When I knew it personally, when I was personally involved in my 40 years of service in various capacity, when I was a young officer, I have seen hundreds and thousands of cows going to Nepal and Bangladesh. I couldn't tolerate. I have taken adequate steps wherever I was there in any capacity. And even after my superannuation also, I can well tell you I came to know for Gandhi Mai festival. In particular, one festival, about a lakh of cows, they are being smuggled to Nepal through Indo-Nepal border. And we had the Bardhaman Parivar, including myself. I am advising that we went to Supreme Court. We fought the case, and we won the case in Supreme Court. And the government directed SSB, the paramilitary force which is deployed in Indo-Nepal border, to stop cattle smuggling to Nepal, and that has been solved, and we stopped the smuggling. It's not stopping the smuggling. It is rescuing lakhs and lakhs of cows going to Nepal for slaughter purpose. I am so grateful that Supreme Court took notice of it in 15 days and they gave a judgment in 15 days, and it was in fact the judgment was sent to Ministry of Home Affairs. The MHA gave instruction to Sasastra Simabal, and it could be promulgated in the border. Thanks for the government, and thanks for the MHA, and thanks for the Supreme Court. And that is how I thought it is my duty. It is my I don't tell that I'm a Hindu and I should do it. No, it's not communal. It's absolutely not communal. Go, Gomata, Gayatri Devi, they are above everything. And I can well tell you that, you see, in our house, that is what my mother taught me about this Gomata. And we used to do puja to our Gomata several times. I mean, thrice a year we used to do puja to our Gomata. And I will add something about my mother. We have about 27 to 30 cows in our house. And in my own area, I mean, all young, wherever a small child used to take bath in that particular area in Puri, where Lord Jagannath temple is there. And my mother used to tell, come and take 2 liters of milk every day from our house. She used to distribute, and my elder brother is still doing it. And all the calves, particularly the male calves, we don't sell it. We bring trucks, we pay for it, and we dispatch it to various farmers in Puri for cultivation, and still he is doing it. I am so thankful to my brother that he is inheriting this particular tradition from my mother. Heads up to that. I'll tell you about my grandfather also. My grandfather was, it's in the British period, he was a professor of chemistry. And we had, and what he did, we had gobar gas plant in our house, and he used to connect it through Bunsen Banar, and the PG postgraduate students, chemistry postgraduate students used to come and do this laboratory experiment in our house, being directed by my grandfather. I'll tell you, my grandfather was a professor of chemistry. My elder,
And we
my
are, and we are coming back to that, sir, because
yes,
recently we read about Maruti and other
yes,
Japanese, some company, Suzuki,
product,
I believe, which
yes,
wants to run cars on cow dung,
cow
I
dung,
mean,
yes,
yeah, gobar gas. Yeah.
very correct.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
I'll
Hats
tell you
off to
that.
your entire family to be really living that culture and protecting so many cows. Just to put a number to it, I believe you have been instrumental, you and your entire teams of
Yes,
BSF, in saving about 30 lakh of
no doubt.
cattle from getting, probably more.
Absolutely. You see, I can tell you every year, then I have seen 20 to 25 lakhs of cattle used to go to Bangladesh for plot purpose. I'm heads up to it. And
But sir,
I
why is it important to save them? I mean, apart from the fact that they are the very foundation for our pastoral economy, agriculture, and everything,
no doubt,
what
yes.
what impact does it have on the terror, or is there any connection with terror since it's an illegal activity?
Yes, it is the cows which are being smuggled earlier, which were being smuggled to Nepal, and which are now being smuggled to Bangladesh. And earlier, for some times, they used to go to UAE and other countries also. The money which got the transaction which is to take place, the transaction was not there in the form of cash. It was in the form of jihadis, entry of jihadis, and FICN, fake Indian currency notes, and drugs. This is how the methodology was being adopted. And that was continuing. The payment used to come like this. And this FICN and drugs, they used to come from Bangladesh. I mean, there even Pak ISI was also involved in Bangladesh with Bangladesh jihadis, those were there, and that is called Jamaatul Mujahid of Bangladesh, and they used to be guided by uh, ISI particularly in Chatgram area, for printing our FIC and foreign Indian currency notes, and those used to come to India for that is our economical problem. We had a lot. I know it particularly in northeast. Most of the banks, they were flooded with FICN, and we could stop it. And nice of it. Even after my superannuation, I have gone to Supreme Court again to give instruction to BSF by MHA, by the government, that they must stop smuggling to Bangladesh. The effect was, the way we used to have 20 to 30 lakhs of cattle they go every year to Bangladesh. In 1 year itself, it was brought down to 22,000. Imagine how it came. And mostly the leather products in Bangladesh and the meat products, everything, they went up. And in Bakri time and those time, Eid also, they had a lot of problem. And of course, earlier the BGB, the border guard of Bangladesh, earlier it was Bangladesh Rifle, now it is border guard of Bangladesh. They used to be in league, they used to be in touch with all these meat dealers and also the smugglers, to see that the cows are being ferried properly to Bangladesh from India. But thanks of it that they are now cooperating, and all those cattle corridors which were there in Bangladesh side, they were all smashed totally. And now we are getting this very surprising, I can tell you, we are getting the help of BGB now in this issue. It's something surprising. And this is the only country in the world. They are the two countries in the world now. The BGB, the two paramilitary forces are guarding the border together. Nowhere you can see it in the world. So this is how we have stopped smuggling of cow from India to Bangladesh. But I can well tell you, in a single, particularly one or two cattle going to Bangladesh, of course, in land border, you cannot stop it. You can stop it if the national highway can block it, if West Bengal government can block it. I'm sorry to tell this. I'm absolutely sorry to tell this about Madam, because you see, they used to depend upon this cattle smuggling in Bangladesh, in the West Bengal, and that's a very strange affairs, I am telling you. I tried my best. We had a discussion with Additional Chief Secretary of West Bengal how to stop it in National Highway. Why West Bengal police cannot stop it in National Highway, when from every state, whether it is Punjab, Haryana, UP, Odisha, Bihar, Rajasthan, it is going from National Highway, it is entering to West Bengal, and from West Bengal in various roads, it is going towards border area. So why West Bengal police cannot stop it in National Highway? The border, even if the cattle, they reach the border, but then BSF will definitely come to know where it is unloaded and how it is going. I'll tell you only one way. What I saw it when I was IG of Assam and Meghalaya, Inspector General of Police of Assam and Meghalaya. This Dhubri. I mean, this Brahmaputra Dhubri was in my area, and hundreds of trucks loaded with cattle, cows, they used to come, and they are being unloaded at Dhubri, in the Dhubri district headquarter. And Dhubri district headquarter is about 7 kilometers away from the border. But what happens? It is adjacent to River Brahmaputra. River Brahmaputra having so many islands also. So there, both BSF and police, they operate. And as because it is 7 kilometers away from border, it's more or less their police zone. They unload all those trucks in Dhubri, and thousands of cattle, they are pushed into River Brahmaputra. And this current, it goes from India to Bangladesh. You tell me, out of 7 to 8,000 cattle, when they are pushed, how many you can get it from River Brahmaputra? Is it possible by a steamboat you get one by one, 7,000 or 8,000 cattle?
It's
And
literally
they
like
are, they
pushing
are
them
not
to death.
bothered also. Out of that, 25% they die. After when they reach Bangladesh area, 25% of them they die and they cherish. But yet they are also successful and getting the profit of it. And this is how it is going on. I'm telling you in river in Dhubri. And I thought that I must stop it, and we could do that. We requested the state police, please ensure the route which is coming from Calcutta or from 24 Parganas to Dhubri, please stop it en route because that's your area. You must stop all this nonsense what is happening in your national highway. And that's the fact of it.
Just on a candid note, how do
Yes.
we get more officers like you? You know, what formula does it take to train more people, more officers who have power to make sure that the law is implemented? Is there a sort of a training or a, moral guidance that is given to them? Is that part of the curriculum in training?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The moment you take the oath while passing out, in the passing out parade as an officer, you take the oath that you are there for the country. And the country and sovereignty is there on top of everything. You see, I can well tell you when I think I escaped about 17 to 18 uh, ambushes, and Pakistan wanted. See, I'm the person who killed the chief of Harkatul Ansar that of Pakistan, that is Abu Ghazi alias Pir Baba, and the chief of Al Faran Major Masih was also apprehended by me. And government and Pakistan wanted to wipe me out when I was there in Srinagar, posted as DIG Srinagar. They wanted to wipe me out. I had they I had 17 ambushes. I escaped, and my family staying in Delhi and children going to school, they never knew what is happening to me, how I am operating. I never used to tell my wife what I am doing it because I thought, let me do my job. My country comes first, than my family. Anything happening to me, perhaps my country will look after my family. That I used to think about that, and that is how I fully dedicated to my country. And even now also I am an advisor of security, and I am working, and I'll working till my death. There
No,
be no
truly an
respite for
inspiration.
me. And I request that I vow that such our officers must come up to
Yes,
this expectation, particularly when they take oath, they should not forget that in their life that you are being paid for your country, whether you are being paid or not being paid. Also, you are there for the country and do something for the country. Country needs you, and
yes,
that
yes,
is how in the border, when once you are posted in the border, don't think about your country comes first and then your family. You know that you will be there in the border, then why should you then join there? Don't join. You go to corporates, and there are so many hundreds and thousand places to serve. Then why are you going there to the country border and serve there if you don't want to serve? So that's the answer I give.
so you have always served your Gomata as well as your country, which is also your mother. Uh, and it's a great message for our farmers because, like your family, is still continuing to keep the male calves, the bulls,
Yeah.
even the old cows, they never sell. So, this problem of cattle trade, illegal slaughter will not arise if people just stop, selling them in the first place, once they get old or the male calves, etc. So that change in mindset also is required, and you are a great example of that. That serving the cow is also serving the motherland, right? And vice
Yes.
versa in your case. So that's truly amazing.
No doubts, Valley. I can well tell you, why should you sell your cattle if they grow old also? You at least you get your cow urine, you get your
Exactly.
cow dung. Why are you forgetting that? That your even those who are not required such cattle will give you till their death and after death also. You are getting
Absolutely. Yes,
if
after that, death, you get horns and you can make such
horns,
good
and
Chinese
your
manure.
same leather industry will cherish more in India because thousands and thousands cattle, definitely they will cherish, they will die. So you have a lot of leather available in your country. Why should you give them alive to other countries to cherish there? We,
At pittance, actually. They
yes,
buy at pittance from our farmers, and then they are making so much money out of it and creating havoc in our country. So it makes no environmental, spiritual, any kind of sense to actually sell a cow, even if it is she has grown old or he has
yeah,
grown old. Yeah.
they
So
they are, they belong to you like your own children. You love them more. The problem is, I now see that you see our children, they love the dogs more than the cow, more than the calves.
that's true.
Certainly, it should not be. Okay, the dog is a dog. It's not that our dogs are well trained. Also, they are doing a lot for our countries. The sniff for dogs. I am not against the dogs and all, but then give that respect to your cows also, because what all you get from your cow is much much more than any animal in the world. I am telling you, he is not only your mother, he is more than your mother, he is more than your, you see the if cows are not there, every the complete all farmers, they depend upon how many farmers will purchase tractors. The problem is now the price of bulls have gone up to 15,000, 50,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees. When I was a child, it was hardly 1,500 rupees or 700 rupees for a bull. Now it is 60,000 because they are not available. You send them to other countries to be slaughtered. If you keep it with you, our farmers will definitely be benefited. And you get cow dung, you get a complete, I mean, cow urine, and you do whatever you feel like from cow dung. A lot of things are being made. Your whole panchajanya, everything you get from cows. How can you forget that? How can you forget? How can you forget your own childhood days? You why childhood? Even now also you have to depend upon cow milk, A2 milk, and you are forgetting that who gives you that A2 milk? Can you kill it? Can you think of killing it? It is like in Gujarat. Gujarat, they have made a rule, the Gujarat government. Killing a cattle, killing a cow is like killing a human being. And the punishment will be the same. And that's nice of it that the Gujarat government has done it. We have two or three gosalas in Gujarat. We are looking after Bardhaman Paribar, is in which I'm associated. We are looking after our 22,000 cattle in Gujarat also. But you see, that is how you can't kill a cattle. If you can't look after, send it to us. We look after all those cattle, even those who are going to Bangladesh in West Bengal border. And that's what before 2 or 3 days, 3 years, I remember the border security force contacted us, Bardhaman Paribar. We have so many cattle in the BOPs. We can't look after them after they were being caught. We don't want to give them to customs. Can they be looked after? We made a plan, and we took our trucks and received all those cows from BSF and took them to Jharkhand, and gosalas were opened and they are being looked after in Jharkhand gosala.
So, which
Nice.
particular NGOs you feel are doing good work that need our support as a community?
No doubt. We have
Could you
many
name a few?
NGOs. Of course, I look after only in Bardhaman Parivar. I know, and I know that in West Bengal, 4 or 5 NGOs are doing good jobs. But the problem is, I just one thing I tell you, lifting about 5,000 cows from border to Jharkhand, it used to cost us 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs by truck. So you need that fund also. And that fund only will come if corporates and people who think about it, they donate. And of course, we are getting it, nice of it that we are getting it from uh, Mumbai and also from Surat. We have no problem of funds as far as this thing is concerned, and we'll continue doing it. And all over India, we are having many such NGOs. I request people to come forward and help them in protecting our cows in gosalas. I know that it's very cost effective looking after the cows. in gosalas, though you get 25% somewhere, 50% from government also, but sometimes it is delayed. But you cannot delay in the feed of cows. They have to be fed in time, because they are like your own children. So you have to look after it. You have to plan at least 1 year in advance. If any problem, like in Bikaner and Rajasthan, you see, there was a health problem, for a health hazard for cows, and that was the time I visited Bikaner also. I contacted DIG Bikaner. Please look after these gosalas, and particularly these cattle, those who are there lying there on the road. They have to be looked after. They have to be sifted, and bring your veterinary doctors also, and they came for operation. Nice of it, they were looked after, and we could sort it out well in time. It took about 1 month, but it was sorted out. So
Great. Any message for the youth of the country, from your side?
yes, uh, youths, you are the future of India. Get the ideas from Lord Krishna. Get the idea from Balabhadra ji. Get the idea from our own Prime Minister, who is a follower of all Cowism. And please look after these cattle, these cows in our country, particularly your own progeny, your own state products, like your own children. If anything happens to your children, you are worried for months and months how to look after them, taking them to hospitals and taking leave from your office. They are also like your children, more than your children, because till they grow old, till you are now, you will be growing old. Till then, you will be taking their milk. Mind it, they are more than your mother. So give that respect to them more than your mother, and look after them, praise them, respect them, and see that your country will cherish if you look after your own cattle. And please don't allow any cattle to be slaughtered and any cattle to go out from our country being smuggled anywhere. That is what I request the children.
Thank you so much for your time today. It was
Thank
such a pleasure that you explained us why Gau is considered to be mother, why she is dhan. And when see earning money, I think is easier, but conserving and growing that money is the harder part. So Gau, if it's like wealth, we really need to learn how to conserve and grow that, and we will grow with it. So thank you for taking care of our borders, our parliament, everything. Your life itself has been an inspiration, and we hope many youth look up to what you have done and emulate that in their lives through their careers and their work. Thank you so much, sir.
thank you,
And thank
Swali.
you for supporting Cowism always. You were here for us
Always
long.
I'm there. I told you till my death I'll be there for my cows.